We often look back at Hollywood's golden age with a sense of pure nostalgia. We see those elegant black and white films and imagine a world of unmatched class where leading men were gallant and leading ladies were divine. But behind the velvet curtains and the bright lights of the silver screen, a much darker reality was simmering. What if I told you that some of the most beloved icons of that era were, in reality, the architects of their own private horrors? Today, we re-peeling back the layers of glamour to reveal the faces that the studios desperately tried to hide. We're stepping into the shadows of legends who were celebrated as saints by the public, but feared as monsters by those who actually knew them. Let's start with the image of the perfect Hollywood starlet. Impeccable, disciplined, and full of maternal warmth. This was the image Joan Crawford sold to the world. To the public, she was a self-made titan of the industry. But when the cameras stopped rolling, that discipline twisted into a terrifying, suffocating control. Years later, the world was shocked when her adopted daughter revealed a household governed by fear and psychological warfare. Imagine a mother so obsessed with cleanliness that a single wire hanger could trigger a night of absolute terror for her child. Crawford wasn't just a strict parent. She was a woman who used her power to dominate everyone in her orbit. On set, she was known to sabotage the careers of any actress she saw as a threat. But was this cruelty born from malice, or was she simply a product of a studio system that demanded perfection at the cost of one's humanity? The contrast between public persona and private reality becomes even more chilling when we look at the men who defined wholesome entertainment. Bing Crosby was the voice of a generation, the man whose soothing baritone brought comfort to millions. He was America's ultimate father figure, the Father Christmas of the airwaves. Yet, behind closed doors, that gentle crooner was a rigid disciplinarian. His sons later described him as a man of cold, calculated cruelty, where mistakes were met with physical punishments that bordered on the sadistic. The world saw a man who sang about peace and family, while his own family lived in a state of constant anxiety. It makes you wonder how someone can project so much warmth to a global audience while leaving those closest to them in the freezing cold of neglect and fear. Then there's the archetype of the rebel, the genius who changed acting forever. Marlon Brando is often called the greatest actor to ever live, a man of immense talent and undeniable magnetism. But Brando's genius came with a heavy price for everyone else. He didn't just play characters. He occupied the space around him like a tyrant. His legendary method acting often involved psychological manipulation that left his co-stars traumatized. Whether it was showing up to sets unprepared, refusing to learn lines, or making demands that could bankrupt a production, Brando used his untouchable status to bully those around him. To the world, he was a misunderstood artist. But to those working with him, he was a chaotic force that left a trail of emotional wreckage. Perhaps the most unsettling part of these stories isn't the individuals themselves, but the machine that allowed them to thrive. During the Golden Age, major studios didn't just produce movies, they produced people. They owned the stars' images, their names, and even their secrets. If a star committed a crime, the studio's fixers made it disappear. If a star was abusive, the PR department wrote a story about their charitable heart. This system created a sense of total impunity. These actors were told they were gods, and they began to believe it. Their dark side wasn't just a personal failing. It was a byproduct of a world where consequences didn't exist for the famous. For every beautiful scene we watch today, there were dozens of crew members, assistants, and minor actors who had to endure the whims of these protected giants. We celebrate the art, but we often forget the human cost of maintaining the illusion. When we revisit these classics now, the experience is different. You see the smile, but you wonder about the scream that happened just before the director yelled, "Action!" You see the hero saving the day, and you remember the lives they ruined on their way to the top. The Golden Age was a masterpiece of marketing, a carefully constructed dream that hid a very real nightmare. It teaches us that fame is a mask that can hide the most profound darkness, and that the people we idolize are often the ones least capable of handling the power we give them. Hollywood's history is a tapestry of light and shadow, and as we look closer, we realize the shadows were much larger than we ever imagined. Every flickering frame of a Golden Age classic carries with it the silent ghosts of the truth, the secrets of the legends who were worshipped by millions but loved by very few. The allure of old Hollywood will never truly fade, but the more we learn, the more we realize that the greatest performances weren't the ones on the screen. The greatest performances were the lives they lived in public, a decades-long act of deception that kept the world enchanted while the truth remained buried. As the credits roll on these lives, we are left with a haunting question. Can we truly separate the art from the artist, or is the darkness of the creator forever woven into the beauty of the creation? The answer lies somewhere in that silent space between the myth and the man, a place where the stars are no longer shining and the truth is finally allowed to speak. Thanks for watching, and if you found this interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into history's hidden stories.